YouTube? It is your favorite gamer here, Above Average Cody, coming at you with a fun little video where we are going to rank every single armor core in Halo Infinite so far, including the new ones that dropped in Season 2 here. Lone Wolves. Thought this would be a fun one, guys. Feel free to argue with me in the comments. Feel free to give me your rankings in the comments. But we are going to rank all 5, or is there 6? We are going to rank all 5 of the armor cores so far, taking everything into account basically in regards to my favorite customizables for each armor core here. And guys, we're going to start with my least favorite. Can you guess what it is based on what I said in a recent video? My least favorite is the new Eagle Strike. It could be that there just is not enough customization for it yet. Granted, they are eventually going to make everything cross-core, but it is going to be very slow, it is going to be very gradual, and just this whole armor core, it's very rounded off, it's not super cool, it's a little big and bulky, it's not sleek at all, and that's why I'm really putting it in the number 5 slot. Now, there are different helmets and stuff that give it a little bit personality, but honestly, it's really not my style. I understand it's like the scavenger, like out in the wilderness or whatever, the deepest, darkest corners of the universe, and like building whatever you can for armor, but I don't like it. Again, it's big, it's bulky, there's not a lot of crazy customizables for it, and just the whole vibe of the armor just really doesn't get me going. It really doesn't. So that is why I'm putting the Eagle Strike armor core in number 5. Now, what is my number 4 armor, guys? Can you guess? It is actually the Samurai. It is not going to be that one. Not yet, at least. The Samurai armor, the Yoroi, or whatever you want to call it, the stuff we got from Fracture Tenrai, I do put as my 4th favorite armor core. This armor, I mean, samurai stuff is really cool and such, but like, it's just, I don't know, it doesn't feel very Halo to me, if I'm being brutally honest with you. Like, this stuff doesn't feel very Halo. I mean, this is very Halo, but like, I don't know, and so many people were running it during the Fracture Tenrai. I never even put it on because it just really doesn't get me going. Again, this is my bias, this is my tier list, so all I can give you is kind of like what I like and don't like. And don't get me wrong, it looks cool. It's just not something I would run in comparison to everything else we have in the game so far. I don't know if they're going to add more for it, or if Fracture Tenrai was it, and then this is going to be everything that's there. Granted, they are gradually working in all the other armor customizations for it. Maybe I'll like it more if I can have a samurai with cat ears, but until that happens, we will have to wait and see. Next up, guys, is the Rakshasa, whatever you want to call it, the new armor core in this Battle Pass for Season 2. The Eagle Strike also came out in Season 2 in the new Fracture Entrenched event that we're working on now. But in 3rd place, I put this armor core. I do like it slightly, a little tiny bit more than the Yoroi. I'm gonna get roasted in the comments for how I'm pronouncing these, but I do like it a little more than the samurai armor, just because it feels like they're trying to do a lot more like cybernetic, like techie looks with it, and I kind of like it. Like, this helmet, that's a very sick helmet, and even the default helmet looks kind of cool. He kind of looks like a welder. It looks like he's gonna go weld some beams on the tops of buildings. And some of the armor colorings, like this one, very basic, looks very good on the armor. It's not quite as bulky, but it has a little bit more sharp corners and personality on it. That armor looks really good on it. It has a little bit more personality than, say, the Eagle Strike armor. Again, a lot of this bias is coming down to what's been added to these armor cores so far, and obviously an entire battle pass built around this one. There's going to be a little bit more customizability for it, because 100 tiers of stuff, you have to add a decent amount of things for it, and I just like it. I like to see what I can make it look like once I unlock all the stuff for it, and honestly, it's kind of cool. I like the idea around it. This one, I think, entrenches, no pun intended, entrenches the whole, like, deep corners of the universe scavenger armor a little bit better than the Eagle Strike does, because they're both kind of around the same storyline idea, but this one I just feel like is a little bit cooler. I don't know. That's why I put it at number 3. Then you guys can probably assume what my number 2 and number 1 are, because I already kind of mentioned that that one was my favorite. But next up is the Mark 5B armor, just because Halo Reach. Halo Reach had some very cool armor cores. The colors look good on it. There are so many different helmets that look so tight with it, and they even gave us armor kits, obviously all of the Halo Reach armor kits that we got in the Reach Battle Pass from Season 1. It's just nice. It has so much different personalities. Like, if you didn't know Halo very well, you wouldn't even know all of these kits from Reach were the same armor core, because they don't even look at all the different helmets. Very cool, very tight. And honestly, this armor just has so many good-looking cosmetic styles. Like, the one we're going to talk about next, it has a lot of cool styles, but it all looks very similar. But this one, there's just so many different ways to customize the armor. And I mean, obviously it's from a past game, so it's not like they're making up new stuff on the spot. It's very easy to like just take from what you've already done in the past and just throw it on. But the customizability of this armor, I think, gives it a good case for number 2 or even number 1, because number 1 is where my bias comes in. And it's just a common armor core, guys. It is the Mark 7 armor. It has all the pro kits on it. You guys know me. I like my ranked. I like my HCS. I personally have the Envy and the Optic. Big Optic fan. And obviously Envy was the Optic skin before the Optic skin came out. And the customizability is pretty close to equal and even a little bit past than on the Mark 7 armor, Mark 7B armor. And just something about this one hits a little bit different. Personally, I really like the Anubis. I do have the Anubis purchased because I just really like that pack when it came out. And again, just so much customizability on this armor, guys. And it doesn't feel as like, you can't give it as much personality as the Mark 7B, but I just really like it in terms of the core itself. Even the generic core looks good because, again, the customizability scale isn't as crazy as it is for the Mark 7, but I just like the basic look of the armor. I wish we could change things on the pro skins, but the overall look of this armor core is very nice, so the subtle customizability doesn't bother me as much. Honestly, I could argue either this or the Mark 7B for either the first slot or the second slot. They're completely interchangeable for me. Just personally, I run this armor core the most. I like this armor core the most. The size is perfect. It just screams modern Halo to me. And it's very nice, guys. I very much like it. I already said that. There's only so much I could say. That's my bias. So please, guys, let me know down in the comments what your favorite armor core is. Obviously, everybody likes the Mark 7. Everybody likes the Mark 5. And I realized I think I was calling this the Mark 7. I meant the Mark 5. You guys definitely understood what I meant. Again, roast me in the comments. I'm not a big armor core lore guy, but I do care a lot about what my Spartan looks like. I'm most interested on where you guys rank the new ones, the Eagle Strike and the Rakshasa, the like scavenger type armors. And then I really want to know where you guys put the samurai armor, because they are clearly very much trying with these new armor core ideas. They may hit better with some people than others, but I just love the classic Halo look. I like the classic Spartan look. Nothing beats a good old Master Chief looking Spartan running around in multiplayer with a pink skin and cat ears. You guys know what I mean. You know what I mean. I like to stand out a little bit with my Halo armor. But that does it, guys. Just thought this would be a fun little video idea to do for a Saturday. I haven't been doing too much crazy deep dives in settings. I haven't been doing a ton of like clipping or editing or things like that. So I just want to do something fun. Interact with me down in the comments. I want to hear guys' thoughts. Fill me in on any of the lore or the pronunciation, because I could probably benefit from being a little bit more educated. But that does it, guys. Please, ton of Halo content. We're going to start branching off into some Call of Duty videos very quickly here. So please subscribe down below. Leave a like on this video. I want to try to branch this one out. I want to hear more people's thoughts on all the armor cores in Halo Infinite while it is still young. And then obviously, guys, leave a comment. I already said that multiple times in this video. And channel memberships, feel free to join the Above Average fam, guys. But that does it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all very much. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video. Agree with me. Just tell me where you rank. That was the loudest rumble of thunder ever. I'll put it at the end of the video and see if you guys can hear it. But